Alright, my guys, my great people. So let's get right into Photoshop, okay? So, as usual, as I said in the introduction, we are using Photoshop CCC, okay, 2019. So I'll click here. This is my Photoshop. You can see that I've already done a recent designs over here, okay? So as we already know, we know how to select a document for the first time, okay? So what we do is that come to create new, or you use the file here, then you come to new or control N. So let's learn how to use the shortcut control N, and then my new document settings will pop up. Control N, CN. Good. Yes, control N. Now when I have my new document like this, when you start designing, okay, as soon as you start designing, then you save, design, you save, design, you save, realize that it automatically, your sizes will be popping, or your sizes will be saving here for you. Okay, so I don't need this. Let's start. I can click this icon to let it go. All right, good. We are using the custom. Okay, so you come to your presets, and then you can name it as, let's say, what's your favorite quote. You can just name it as your favorite verse. Let me put it this way: your favorite verse. You are using pixels, okay? The units, make sure you set it to pixels, okay? And then the width is 1080. Why? Because we are designing it for social media purposes. And then the height to 1080. Automatically, when you set it like that, it will come to orientation. When it is on artboard, don't worry. Now resolution, make sure it is 300 or even more, okay? But I mean, it depends on your system. If you set it more than 300, it can slow down your designing process. Do you get it? So at least if it is 300, better. Now the color mode, okay, that is what I wanted us to talk about the last time, but don't worry, we'll talk about it now. With the color mode, I've already explained that in the introduction video, that color modes are let me say, it is a way of designing your product, or maybe your design. So if you want to design it in RGB, it means that you are not printing it, you are using it for only social media. The colors in RGB, which is red, green and blue, they are for social media, digital. Okay, you don't print it, it is on your phone. Then with the CMYK, which is crown, magenta, I think yellow, and then key. Okay, they are for printing purposes. If you want to design something and then go to the printing shop and print, the best color to use is the CMYK. Now when you want to also use the RGB, I don't have any problem with that. We can use the RGB as well, because some of the printing machines have their color mode in RGB. Okay, so it's also not problem. So you set it to RGB, your background is white. Now with the advanced settings, don't worry yourself, don't even go there. Okay, so when you are done with your sizes, you have named your document and everything, you click on create, and then it will take you to Photoshop for you. Okay, so I am in Photoshop. I have opened my new document. Now if you are new, you realize that my Photoshop, I have done my settings here. If your own is like this, let me reset everything. If your own is like this, don't worry. Okay, don't worry, it is nothing new. All right, because I told you earlier in the introduction that Photoshop uses layers. Okay, Photoshop works in layers, so our focus, our attention should be on layers. And layers, my layers is down here. Everything, every element that I will bring from my desktop, from the resources that I will be bringing them here, they are called layers, and they will be arranging in this layer where my mouse is. They will be arranging here for me. So you could see that the first thing that I created is my background, and it is here. If I bring in another image, it will be arranging in that order. Okay, so my main focus should be on layers. Now Sometimes because we be bringing a lot of element, the layer side will be a lot. So I always want us to group, to bring the layers so that the layers will show. I mean, we will have a full view of the layers. So what I will do is that I don't need this color, so I click on this icon here. It says collapse icon. Click on it and it will go, so that I'll get a full view of my attention should be on layers. So this is my layers. Click on the layers and the layers will pop up. Okay, you click on layers and the layers will pop up. Then what you do is that you drag it and then you bring it here. This blue thing trying to show up here, I will just release it and then it will show. So this is it. Now if you are here, congratulations. Now the second aspect that I want us to do is to activate what we call rulers. We'll be using rulers to guide our work. Okay, the rulers will help us to guide our designs. Okay, so the rulers are here. Come to your top here, the menu bar where you have the file, the edit, the image. Go to view here, view, click on view, and then you look out for guide or rulers. Here is it. Have you seen it? Rulers. The shortcut form for it is Control plus R. Okay, so it depends on you. If you want to use a shortcut of it, it's Control plus R. Have you seen zoom out and zoom? If you want the full screen, you can use Control 0. Control 0. If you want to zoom out, Control minus. If you want to zoom in, Control plus. But our focus is on the rulers. So Control R, or you press on it, click on it, and your rulers are here, the top here. Okay, where you see the numbers. Okay, where you see the numbers. So over top here are called the vertical, and here is the horizontal. Here is the horizontal, and here is the vertical. Okay, now the rulers too comes with numbers. Okay, now so just click on the numbers. Okay, the numbers here, the calibrations here. Right click on it and it is going to show you, do you want your rulers to be in inches, to be in pixels, to be in centimeters? But I personally want my rulers to be in percent. Okay, so that from here to this side will be 100%. Then from here to this side will be, it is here, from here it is 0 here, then from up to this point is 100%. all right, now I want us to set our guide so that when we start bringing in our design, we will know where to bring it. So I'll bring my ruler, just click on the calibration and hold, click and hold and drag. Okay, set it to, let me say, in between here, which is in between 0, which is 0 up to 1. Okay, in between them. Okay, and then bring it, click it again, bring it down here in between 0 up to 1, something like this. I think that this is okay. All right, then you set this part to in between this, it's okay. You bring this one to here. All right, we have set our guide. Now why are we setting the guide? The guide, we set the guide to help us so that our design will be here, will be visible. At times you may see that some of the designs will go outside, you will not see exactly where the design is. So I think this will help us to get a view of our design. So this is our background. So in the next video, let's look at how you can bring in your element and all that. Okay, so let's do that.